2021, Wodonga Senior Secondary College put on the production of Puffs, or 7 increasingly eventful years at a certain school of magic and magic, which is the incredibly long name. So I play the narrator who gets to sort of push the show along and gets to really drive the message home at the end.
The Puffs, spoiler alert, not everyone's favourite, but when a hat speaks you listen, and the new recruits were quickly whisked away to a quaint little basement somewhere near the kitchens. Welcome to what I like to call Year 1, the Puffs and the Sorcerer's attempt at earning points and making friends.
Yeah, so it follows kind of the Puffs in general, but mainly the 3 main ones, Wayne Hopkins, Megan Jones, Oliver Rivers, who have come to school, have been sorted into Puffs, and the Puffs don't exactly have a great reputation. They're kind of the losers of the school, but I think over the course of the play, they all kind of discover that they are just as important as everyone else, even though, you know, they're not destined to save the world like Harry Potter, but I think that's a really important thing to sort of explore in the show.
I'm Jenna and I play Megan Jones in Puffs.
Hi, Megan Jones. Yep, that's right. And just so we're clear, I'm not like you, any of you, so leave me alone.
Megan Jones is a bit of a badass, and she's very alone. She doesn't like anyone. She doesn't want to be a Puff. But throughout the show, she gets to meet all her friends who are Puffs, and she has learned that being a Puff is nothing to be ashamed of, and she comes to love the atmosphere she's in.
I'm Georgie and I play Hannah and others in Puffs.
Who's that? It's me, Hannah. I'm Hannah.
Yeah, well, my main character Hannah, she's a Puff, and in true Puff spirit, she's very shy and she isn't the brightest pin in the pack. She's a bit silly. She she doesn't even realize that people are bullying her, but she gets there in the end, and she has quite a lot of development, and I think at the end she becomes a really strong person. But I also play a lot of other characters, which is very fun to do on stage. I get to play a lot of really high energy and exciting characters. Even if I'm on stage for like 1 minute with this character, it's really awesome to just like be able to have free room to like, you know, play that character. Being able to play Dumbledore is really exciting, so yeah.
I've definitely learnt that I am very quick at learning lines because I've never really had a lot of lines before. I've also, I think, learnt to sort of overcome my fears about looking silly on stage and cracking jokes and being able to sort of let that go. And yeah, it's been different from a musical which we've done previously at the school, where we've gotten through a lot of it a lot faster, but it's also Puffs moves at 1,000 miles an hour. So we really have to be, you kind of have to be on point. You don't have songs to hide behind usually, so.
Well, over the years I've been involved in community theatre and obviously Matilda's musical at school, and then I often do dance and singing. So to be in Puffs, it's very different from what I'm used to, as there's no dancing and singing to hide behind. But it's a great community to be with, and the production team is outstanding. And it's just so much fun because you're at school and it's just a break from everything else, and especially the year we've had last year. So yeah, it's just the funnest experience compared to everything else.
Yeah, well, I think it's like, this set is obviously amazing, and we're very lucky to be able to have it because, you know, it's from the original show that was in Melbourne, so it's really exciting, and I feel like it just has that wow factor when you walk in, and I think that really puts people in like the mind that they're in this world of like the Puffs common room, and it's really like inclusive and tight and like cozy, and so I think it's really awesome to have like, you know, we've got all these nice colours and like all this, I don't know, it just feels cozy when you look at it. So I think it's exciting to have the audience in an atmosphere that feels like it's nice and cozy, and you're with these Puffs and you're there for the whole journey.
The best part about it would probably be yeah, just the atmosphere around it, and being in Year 12, it's bittersweet having it be our last production with this incredible space, and to have, you know, just an amazing company around you the whole time is outstanding.
I think because it's such a small cast, you get so close with the other people that you probably would never usually even talk to because they're in other year levels. But being able to like meet people that are also very passionate about theatre and that you know, love Harry Potter and are willing to just have a bit of fun on stage has probably been the most fun part about it.
There's just such a community here that's like, there's so much aspiration in this area, and it's just so amazing. We put on these amazing shows and there's just such talented kids, and like Miss Gower is a really big help in like getting these kids and their ideas across, and like we have this amazing theatre which is really awesome, so we get to experiment with like lighting and like set and like all this amazing stuff, and it's just such a great experience. Like if you're really into theatre, this place is absolutely amazing. Like the best you could find, I reckon. So yeah, it's just such a nice community, and everyone here knows each other and they're like a family down here, so it's really nice to have that.
Yeah, challenges have definitely been all the mishaps we've had along the way, and especially with the ongoing COVID situation, we've had to push it back a few times. But apart from that, it's been just having everyone come together and realise that we all are passionate about what we're doing really helps push it along. And yeah, just learning lines, it's been a bit of a challenge, but we've all got there in the end and we're all doing really well.
It's definitely had its challenges being in Year 12 and doing a performance, especially because it got pushed back so far. So like, we're only a month out from exams at the moment, which is, so it's been tough to hold on to these lines, especially if you're doing like other theatre subjects and you have to remember lines for those as well. But honestly, I would not take it back in a million years, because Puffs has just been such an amazing experience. And like once you know it, and you're just like there and you're like ready. So like, and it's just so amazing to work with Miss Gower and Miss Cadman and Lauren, and just like be in this environment where it's just such high quality. And I just don't think you would ever get a performance like this in a school, like very rarely. So I think that, you know, it's such an like amazing experience. Even if you're in Year 12 and you're like worried about school, you can do it, you can get through it. And it's a nice way to have a bit of a break from school and do something that you love, and that's fun.
100%. I think people should get involved, mainly because I think people see productions as well and go, oh, that's easy. It's not easy, it's a lot of work. It's a good 6 months of work you put in, but the experiences that you get with working with other people and learning to have fun on stage, and I think also the bit of a high you get on stage performing in front of an audience is something that you don't often get in a lot of other places, and I think it can really start something in people, and for them to sort of realise what they like. And you really feel, if you put in the work and absolutely have a ball while doing it, you really feel it by the end, and you get to sort of look back a couple of years down and go, man, we did that in high school, that's kind of awesome.